Hello and welcome, it's Adventago here, and just in case you don't know, I specialise in internet marketing tips, financial literacy and entrepreneur motivation. It's Adventago here. Make sure to subscribe, like and follow, and also share it with others, it's very useful. So today, got my trusty notes, we're going to be looking over 11 unbreakable money laws that will make you rich no matter who you are. Let's get into it. What's up everybody, it's Adventago here, and today I want to go over with you the 11 laws of money that you need to understand if you want to become wealthy. These are guidelines that every wealthy person understands, and some of them might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because they're not normal. But money is not emotional, it doesn't care about your feelings, which is why you need to understand these 11 absolutely unbreakable laws that will make you rich no matter who you are. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the very end because this is super crucial, not just for you, but the people around you too. Let's start with the money rule number 1. You get what you earn, not what you deserve. Do you ever notice how wealthy people never say, I deserve my wealth, or I deserve my billions? No, they always say, I earned my wealth, and I earned my billions of dollars. On the other hand, what do broke people say? They say, I deserve more money. What you must understand is you are wealthy in your mind before you're wealthy in your bank account. The same goes for if you are broke in your mind. It doesn't matter what is in your bank account. You'll be broke if you have a broke mindset. There have been a few Eat the Rich protests, and a lot of them say things like, I deserve more money, I work hard, I had to go through all of my education and rack up all these student loans, and now I'm working my butt off. I deserve more money than I'm making. The way our system works, hate it or love it, it is the way the system works, is by how hard you work. You are compensated by the value that you provide. If you were just solely compensated by how hard you work, the highest paid people in the world would be construction workers, civil workers, and cleaners, also teachers. But they're not. The more value you provide, the more money that you will make. The reason why a doctor makes more money than a cashier at McDonald's is that you have fewer people that can do the job that a doctor does. Also, it takes a lot more work than what a cashier at McDonald's does. The reason why Jeff Bezos makes so much more money than doctors is because he created something of value that nobody else can do. And because it is so valuable to so many people, he's able to make more money in this economic system than doctors do. Sorry, but I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to educate. You can cry, scream and complain when you hear this, but the reality is, this is how the system works. You can either hate it or understand it. The great thing is, when you understand it, you can capitalise on it no matter what position you are in, whether you work at McDonald's, you're a doctor, or Jeff Bezos. None of this means that you're any less important because you're a cashier, doctor, or you work at Amazon. The difference is the amount of money you make is going to depend on how much money you earned, not what you deserve. Number 2. Show-offs are secretly losers. You want to create your own product. Stop trying to compete with others and create something different. That way you're not in the bloodbath of trying to compete with a whole bunch of businesses by playing the same game like everybody else. I didn't realise this until I met Russell Brunson. But one of the biggest reasons why I was able to invest so aggressively when I was young was because I followed this blue ocean strategy when it came to my personal finances. While all my friends would spend their money the moment they received it on dumb things they probably couldn't even remember or want after a few days, I was a different person. While all my old friends were blowing their money on dumb overpriced things to try and fake looking rich, I was looking broke, but I was using all my money to become rich. I was buying the cheapest things I possibly could, I was living small, and I was not trying to spend any money because I wanted to build my investing account. I knew I didn't want to play that same game called Keeping Up with the Joneses. You see it happen all the time nowadays on social media. Everybody is trying to show off all the stuff that they keep buying, and it's a game of chicken. You're trying to buy all this stuff to keep up with your friends, and it's a game to see who's going to become broke first. The reason why this is so hard is that we get insecure about what people are going to think about me if I don't get the newest and most expensive stuff. But who cares? Once you get past the hurdle of what people are going to think of you, you're going to see those wide blue oceans of opportunity. Because now you're not competing for the pennies, and you're not competing against everybody else. You're living in your own world. It's much more peaceful and countless opportunities are waiting for you. Number 3. You need to know what's important to you and align your spending accordingly. The first thing for me is my friends, family, and myself. It is my duty to make sure that I take care of them all. That's on the taking care of side. Then, when we talk about my spending, I want to spend my money on the things that are important to me and not waste my money on the things that aren't important to me. I don't care about name brand clothes. I don't care about carrying some sort of status. I don't care what people think of me. But what I do care about is living a life that I enjoy. One of the things that I like is travelling in style, food and technology. Because when I was young, these were things I never really got to experience. However, for a while, I used to make fun of people who did have these hopes and dreams because of my insecurity. I was insecure about the amount of money I had. I was insecure that I'd never be able to have things like that. So I put up this smokescreen as an excuse as to why all these things are stupid and not worth going after. Number 4. Drive your car. Don't let your car drive you. The first time I made some good money, I took that money and invested it. Now, what kind of person decides to put their money into the stock market rather than buying a massive and fancy car? This guy. I like nice cars. One of my favourite cars is a Tesla Model S, but I don't have this need to go out and buy a car just because I have money. I know I have money, and that it wouldn't be much of a hassle to get a brand new one. However, that money I am now using, I could invest that and get way better returns. By the way, the best and easiest method you can start right now to make $460 a day is in a link in the description down below. Click there now to get started. It's my gift from me to you. Number 5, you've got to show up. I learned this lesson the hard way. I was able to convince a mentor to give me some advice on how I can start my business on the right foot before the pandemic. I was supposed to log on at 10 p.m. However, I logged on at 10:13 p.m. and he was super vexed with me. This guy was an owner of many different kinds of businesses and he was willing to give me his time. So for me to be late was an insult to him and he made sure that I knew. He told me how valuable his time was and the fact that I'm late shows I don't care about his time. After that, I started showing up not just on time but a little bit earlier, just in case. I'm not the most talented person, I'm not the smartest person, but what I am is a very hard-working person. And that is a skill that I will not let anybody else beat me at. Some people have a lot of hate towards wealthy people because they say wealthy people got lucky, but the reality is the harder you work, the luckier you get. Number 6. You will never spend your money on value, not the price. You will never become wealthy by pinching pennies because at the end of the day, a penny saved is, well, just a penny. Most people have a limited mindset. They think that there is a very limited amount of money and they're trying to squeeze as many pennies out of this tiny pie as they can. My goal isn't to squeeze every last penny out. My goal is to figure out how I can expand the pie. That way I can get a bigger share of a bigger pie. Let's say you're selling a product and you hire some salespeople to help you and they ask for 10% commission. What do most people do? Most people are going to say, well, let's see if we can work together to bring a commission down to 8 or maybe 7. That way you can keep more pennies. But what I like to do is say, if you want 10%, how about this? If you can sell my product for more, then I'll give you 15% commission. I want to pay my salespeople more and I want to incentivize them to sell because the only way that they get paid is if they sell my products. I don't want to cut their commission, I want to pay them more. Because when they're marketing my products to other people, I want them to be incentivized on my things more than anybody else's. If they know they're going to make more money off of my stuff than anybody else's, which one do you think they're going to be pushing harder? Mine, because they're going to walk away with more money. Most people hate the idea of somebody else making a profit off of them, but I don't care. If somebody makes a profit off of me, as long as I'm getting the value that I'm looking for, then it's completely worth it. Number 7, invest early and invest aggressively. If you start investing when you were 21 years old and you keep investing until you're 65 and you invest $500 a month, you never raise it, but you start investing $500 a month when you turn 21 and you get an average of 7%. This doesn't mean you have to get 7% every single year. It's just an average of 7%. Some years you might get more and some years you might get less, but an average of 7% a year. If you do that after your time of investing, you will retire with $1.8 million in your bank account. I know the goal isn't to have a traditional investment, but we're trying to talk about your investment compounding. If you can invest a little bit more aggressively, where now you're investing $600 a month and you get the same 7% return, now your money is going to grow to $2.2 million. An extra $100 a month over the course of 44 to 45 years is going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars more, assuming that you start investing early. But if you start investing a little bit later, let's say you invest at 35 years old, which is going to cost you, and you try and make up for the lost time, you start investing $1,000 a month, and you do that every month, and you still have the same 7% return. You're not going to have $2.2 million. You're not going to have $1.8 million. You're sadly only going to have $1.2 million. Now, I know $1.2 million is still a lot of money, but you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You have the opportunity to make millions of dollars more easily if you just started investing earlier and more aggressively. Who doesn't want some easy and free money? Am I right? Number 8. Live small when you're young. Time is the most important factor when it comes to compounding your money. If you can spend your 20s and even a little bit of your 30s building your cash and investments, that can pay off for the rest of your life. Les Brown has a saying that if you do what's easy, your life will be hard. However, if you do what's hard, your life will be easy. Listen, if you're in your 20s and you're making under $500,000 a year, you should not be driving a Lamborghini or Mercedes S-Class. This is cash you should be using towards your wealth. That way, you can have real financial freedom and real wealth as you become older. The bigger your sacrifice is right now, the bigger your payoff is going to be in the next decade. Number 9. Automate your investments. A lot of people nowadays, especially young people, like the idea of investing their money themselves. You open up a stock brokerage account and you want to invest your money, which is great. I'm a full supporter of that. But instead of only trying to invest your money yourself, also automate some of your investments. Create a passive investment strategy where you have some cash every time you get paid going into a few ETFs. You pick whichever ETF you want, but every time you get paid, have some of your money automatically go into these ETFs. That way, you can constantly get exposure to the market. And now, you can let your money do its thing. It's passive, it's automatic, it's consistent, and you don't even have to worry about it one single bit. This is a strategy that even Warren Buffett recommends. They're low cost, they're super easy to understand, and they give you exposure to the general stock market. Now, as the economy grows, you get your piece of the upside. The way I have it set up is every week I have money that is automatically withdrawn from my bank account and is invested into 5 different ETFs. Technology Select Sector Fund, SPDR Fund, Vanguard Dividend Appreciation Index Fund, ETF, Safehold Inc., Energy Transfer LP Unit, Vanek Russia Small Cap ETF. Now, disclaimer, big red flashing lights. The content is for informational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Don't just take my advice on your financial education. It's up to you. These are just what I invest in. I'm not telling you what to invest in. I use a platform called TastyWorks. They're an investing platform that has everything you need without all the BS. They have affordable pricing, intelligent trading bots, super helpful free teaching. Their fees are extremely low. They have a quick customer support line just in case things go wrong. And they have countless tools to choose from. If you want to check out TastyWorks, please do use my affiliate link. I do get a small commission, but also you get a bit of a reward too if you get referred. They're very good and I still use them to this very day. Thank you. Number 10. Make sure you have the right money teachers. I love YouTube, blogs and podcasts because they are decentralized education. Now, you don't have to learn from a boring teacher in a classroom. You can learn from anybody you want. And you can look for people that are doing what they teach. The downfall is you must pick the right teachers. There are people on all kinds of social media platforms teaching you literal garbage. And there are people who are giving you massive golden nuggets of information. One of the best things that I did was cut out all the toxic education in my life. because growing up, that's what I was told, that money is super negative. But at the same time, I kept seeing everybody close to me working super hard to get a paycheck, and it didn't make sense. Why are you working so hard to make money, and at the same time, you say it's bad? I knew that I wanted to become successful, so I started learning from successful people. I started reading books and learning from what they did. I didn't know anybody that had done what I wanted to do. That's where I started learning from people that did exactly what I was dreaming of. Number 11. You have to separate your wants from your needs. You need a home, you just want a mansion. You need a car, you just want a Ferrari. You need food, you just want the brown-lipped abalone. You must spend your money on your needs, but then when it comes to wants, you want to spend your money on your wants smartly. You want to make sure you can buy things that you can afford, and you want to make sure you buy the ones you really want, not the ones you kind of want. That means you must ask yourself what's important to you. That way you can spend on those things and not waste your money on the things that are not important to you. Wait 24 hours, a lot of time we want to buy something now, so we get all hyped up and ready to purchase. But if you bleed out the process until tomorrow, you may be thankful that you didn't buy it. Also, a secret little tip. If you wait more than 4 days, you may receive special discounts for the company trying to grab your attention. Attention entrepreneurs, business owners and investors, also online marketers. This is a fact. If you can order a pizza, you can use this newbie-friendly system that has made this company $360 million. And now you can claim a slice of the action in just 30 days. You've just stumbled across a brand new system that no one else is talking about, yet is a solution to taking your struggle, making money online, and transforming it into a full-time income. Click the link in the description down below to watch your free training now. Thank you for watching. This has been Adventago, and I will see you later. Make sure to click those links in the description. Peace out.